morning, everyone. So beautiful Saturday. I'm just gonna be heading out to port on my own solo trip today. Yep, this is a 17th Street Bridge in Fort Lauderdale. It should be a nice day out. Not expecting any storms, at least not till late probably. We shall see. Yeah, so this is the new Fort Lauderdale Convention Center in the hotel that they're building. It's going to be pretty good size. It looks beautiful already. Yeah, pretty cool. And I'm on the cobia today. So this is a 24-foot cobia, deep lagoon. I really like this boat. One of the things, the gunnels here, they're straight up and down, so there's lots of room to walk. Other boats, they have this is angled in like that, so it's much more difficult to get around. But yeah, this is a nice boat, man. The only thing I don't like about this one is they got the really old Lowrance fish finder, and that thing's practically useless, you know. But I have my Navionics app that I use on my phone, so unless I'm trying to get bait with this, I really don't need it that much. I kind of know my places, so make it work. First stop of the day, first order of business, gotta get some bait. Hooked up to a mooring ball. I'm just out here about maybe a mile offshore, not too far. And that's Fort Lauderdale in the back. So we're gonna start with some bait fishing. Objective 1, get live bait. Accomplished. I'm by myself. This is way more than I need for the day. Very nice, good sized ballyhoo. And there's lots more out. I can get a lot more, but right now there's a lot of Bermuda chubs. I'll pull my chum block in, a little bit left of it, and save it for later. Lots of ballyhoo right there. Yep. Actually, they're coming way closer now than when I had to cast before. So, but all good, ready to go fishing.